Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to Small Business Thursday at 8 o'clock. We are so excited to have you guys join us this week. So I can introduce you to another wonderful friend of mine. We've become friends because we have been in business together for a long time now. It seems like forever, but
I know.
Sharon Pyburn, I'm so excited to have her with us this evening with Tastefully Simple. So we're going to introduce you every week to a new small business or vendor that has been with Kathy Coates Events. And so you can know just a little bit more about the people you shop with and why it's so important to help those small businesses out. Sharon Pyburn, welcome to our podcast this evening, and I'm so excited to have you join us.
Kathy,
Um,
thanks so much for having me.
yes, you're so welcome. I'm so excited to talk about you and get to let other people know you a little bit better and about your company that you work for because it has personally touched my life as well. So I'm excited to jump right in there. But we're going to learn just a little bit about you, Sharon. How did you get into being a rep for Tastefully Simple?
I first heard of Tastefully Simple back in 2000. I was a stay-at-home mom, and the kids were 7, 9, and 11. And I went to a food party, and of course, I loved the food. I mean, the food was awesome. My first favorite product, which they actually still sell, is called corn and black bean salsa. But I
Ooh.
went to a party and loved the food. Of course, the rep said, "Oh, you'd be great doing it this." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, no, I have 3 kids and I'm busy." But over the course of the next year, I spent so much money. and and the rep would check with me. She'd check with me about once a quarter. Are you interested yet? Are you interested, rep? And finally, in May of 2001, I signed up to be a consultant. So that's
That is
kind of how I got started.
Yes, I know, I think way back when I first started direct sales too, I always introduce Advocare, in 2002 when I started, but really it's Avon. Way back in the day when I had my daycare, I did Avon, and the only reason I sold it was so that I could buy makeup because at the time my husband was back in college and we had a lot of children, so I just didn't have a lot of money to spend on that stuff. But I thought if I could sell just enough to pay for my stuff, and remember Avon back in the day, they had all that cute little kids stuff like the
Oh,
toys and
yeah.
all that kind of fun stuff. So I sold to the ladies that brought their kids to my daycare. They loved it. They loved it for the same reason, but it paid for my stuff. So I totally get getting into, a business to help supply your habit, if that's what you want to say. But I know it has grown so much for you and has became a source of income for you and your family as well. And I think sometimes we stumble across a passion, and I love your heart, Sharon. You really love to help people. And that's one thing about Tastefully Simple is that their products are, made with good quality. A lot of times somebody will look at it and say, well, that's a little more expensive. I could, spend less at the grocery store. But I am so impressed with that. I used less of the seasoning for one. And for two, they don't have all the extra additives and stuff in it that is not good for us. Tell us a
Right.
little bit about that, Sharon.
Well, our products are more unique. When I first signed up back in 2001, you would think more of our products like for when you have a cocktail party. Well,
Mhm.
now we literally have, we've evolved to meal kits. The meal kit industry alone is a $3 billion industry. Tastefully Simple has meal kits, but you add the fresh and we put the flavor in, and all of our products like this one I was telling you about earlier, have this little green label on them called TS Eat Well. And
Okay.
I know they announced at our leadership meeting this weekend that the products are all 88% of them are TS Eat Well. So as you were saying, Kathy, no additives, artificial flavors, or ingredients. and all of our nutrition labels are on our products. We have now evolved as a company. We now have enjoy by dates on our products too. So just when those are the dates, we want to make sure that they are off our shelves and in our clients' hands.
That's
So
awesome.
I like that they're healthier for you. And
Right. Well, I recently started seeing a holistic doctor for some things I'm going through. And so we're kind of doing a detoxing process. And I have to like cut out all the sugar, and I have to be gluten. You know, I'm gluten intolerant. I'm allergic to wheat. And so there's lots of things, and Tastefully Simple has met all the criteria. And so I loved it because at first I was going through some of my seasonings that weren't by Tastefully Simple. And I was like, I'm not gonna be able to eat. Well, how am I gonna make some food? Like, you know, I'm a foodie. So I understand, you know, wanting to, yeah, how you got started. I can
uh,
understand because I love food. I love the flavor of food, and I can't have, I mean, like to sit there and just eat tuna out of a can and a hard-boiled egg is not going to work for me. You know, hey, I'll do tuna in a can, kick it up with some, a healthy flour or a almond flour cracker or something like that with, you know, something else to make it taste good. But I am not going to just eat it straight. You know, I may put something on
right.
my egg to taste good, but I have to have flavor. And so that was very important to me. So, you know, I put in quite of a big order because I was like, you know, like for instance, you know, the chicken seasoning, you know, the magic chicken, I absolutely love it. I'm going to show you guys it. I'm going to put this behind it because you can see it just a little bit better. Where's the, like the magic chicken seasoning? And it's easy. It's so
Mhm.
simple. You just throw it in your chicken and it tastes amazing. I absolutely love it. And so that's one of my
But the
favorite ones.
unique thing, the
What's that?
unique thing though about all of our seasonings is that's magic chicken, but you can put it in your beef, you can put it in your pork, you can do it in any protein. Hunting season's coming this fall. We have a lot of hunters that love our seasoning for their deer and their pheasant. So,
Oh, yes.
and you know, whereas we probably have at least, I would say about 15 products with no sugar, low sugar. We have at least 6 or 7 products with no salt. We have about 40 products that have no gluten in them, but we do not have a gluten-free line per se because of the cost. But
Right, right.
many of the ingredients don't have any gluten in them. So Tastefully Simple is very health conscious in their products. And
Yeah.
all of our products are made here in the United States. There's only 2 that are not. And they happen to be our aged balsamic vinegar of Modena and our avocado dressing, which I love those 2 by the way, together with some of our seasonings, and it makes a great salad dressing or a marinade. But yeah,
Oh,
everything is made here too in the United States. So you know exactly where it's coming from.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I love it. I do. And of course, you know, my very favorite one. I know you know which one I'm going to pick up because this is the one that hooked me. She got me with this one at the very beginning. And that is the, oh, look at me. I am not holding this very well tonight. There we go. The spinach and herb seasoning. The spinach and herb seasoning. It is so good. And you know, one of the things that that I put it in that's kind of strange is I put it in my eggs when I scramble my eggs.
You
It
bet.
is so good in that. I mean, so you don't have to use it just in the normal things that you think you would put spinach and herb in.
Well,
It's
some people used to think, oh, you're that dip company. Well, we're really not a dip company more. We're for meals. To throw some ways to use the spinach and herb, first of all, when you make it, that
Mhm.
black capful is 2 tablespoons, so you don't even have to measure anything. The
That's
black
so
cap,
awesome. Yeah, you
yeah,
told me that the other day. That was a lifesaver. I was like, oh
yes,
my gosh, this is
don't have to
exactly how
measure
much I
anything.
need. I
No,
love it. I
but
love
you
it.
know,
So tell me
yeah.
just a little bit about the meal prepping because that is huge and it makes it more cost effective, and we're all worried about that right now because the cost of groceries going up and things like that. Tell me about these meal kits that you guys have going on that makes it more budget friendly.
Well, sure, but let me first go back to Magic Chicken.
Oh yeah, okay.
Magic Chicken came out about 4 or 5 years ago, and it was put out as a way to save money and do batch cooking. Some people love their crock pots, some people love their Instapots. And
Mm-hmm.
so You could take 4 pounds of beef or pork or chicken, do 3 tablespoons of that magic chicken or the magic taco seasoning and some water, and stick that in your crock pot and forget about it. And then you can freeze individual bags for casseroles, for
Right.
quesadillas. You save your broth for your soup. And that right there is cost saving. I mean, like when I make magic chicken, I've got meals for the week because I can have quesadillas one day, I can have soup one day, I can have casseroles. The possibilities are endless. So that's kind of was the preference of our meal kits. Right now, we had our national conference this weekend, which I listened to online, and you always get a VIP kit. And so 2 of the things they gave me was this one was called Healthy Swap Recipes, and it's a 5 meal kit. And the cool thing about it, I'm just going to take this one for sample. This is an Asian noodle bowl.
Oh, yeah,
It
that
shows
looks
you the
delicious.
regular way to make it and the healthy light version way to make it. It also
Oh,
gives you,
wow, I love that.
it gives you freezer meal ideas and prep on the bottom of many of our meal kits.
Okay.
I know in September, our kit of the month is our freezer meal kit. So everybody's going back to school. We're going back to soccer practices. And
Yes, time to meal prep and put it in
marching
the
band.
freezer.
So yes, you prep this stuff on the Sunday and it works out really well. So that was really a cool thing about the healthy swap thing. And then the other one, they gave me 2. We have at least a half dozen meal kits. This one was called My Main Dish. And again, you can swap out any protein and it'll suggest ways to add veggies and sides to it. And it gives you some side recipes. And then it even gives you wine pairings if you want to dress it up. So if you want to have a
yeah.
special
Of
meal
course
with
we're
your
gonna
honey
have
at
wine
home,
with
because,
it.
huh?
I said, of
What?
course we want a glass of wine with it.
Well,
I
it's
can
just
dream
so,
about it right now. I don't get it, but yeah.
it's just so crazy to go out and eat or drink. Like our Oh My Chai is coming back, and that's a chai tea, and it's real popular. It's $1.67 a serving.
Oh, good.
And I know nobody goes to Starbucks for under $5.
No, never.
$1.67 for one serving. Or here's another example. We have a new one this fall, and it's called salted caramel pancake mix. If you can see that.
That'll be, oh, look, that is delicious.
As with all of our products, it's made with 2 ingredients, milk and eggs, and that's it. And the other great thing is it gives you a lot of different ways to mix it up on the side of the box, which is really cool. But as somebody said, they went to a favorite hopping restaurant and bought a stack of pancakes for $8 for one person. This will feed your family of 4 for the same price. For the same price.
Yes.
So those are some budget ways that we save you money, having nicer meals at home. You can prep.
And they're delicious. They're delicious meals.
And the products are 100% guaranteed. If you ever bought anything and you didn't like it, we would refund or replace it.
Well, I've
and
never
I can
had
tell
to
you,
refund anything.
I can tell you in 21 years, I've had less than 5 products returned. So it is a good value product. Our website offers thousands of recipes. I offer recipes. The meal kits, to go back a little bit more, they've been evolving each quarter. Like this summer, we were featuring hamburgers, or one meal kit. One time we featured chicken because, believe it or not, Americans eat over 60 pounds of chicken per person per year. And so that's where all of our sauces were also, they just started thinking, okay, let's get all these proteins interchangeable so that whether it's salmon or fish, it would just be friendly all across the board. Like one of the things I was putting out on my page this week as a budget friendly tip is pull out your grocery ads. Like this week at one of the stores, pork shoulder roast was $1.88 a pound.
Wow.
Needless to say, I'm making that into, I'm now making that into magic chicken. Yeah. And I'm gonna have pulled pork sandwiches. So there's lots of budget ways to do it. The last thing I keep kind of, we were kind of going off the cuff on here. The other thing about the meal kits is they give you the grocery list so that you can shop your shelves at home. Shop your shelves at home before you go shopping, and not to give any store names, but I go to the best budget friendly stores possible.
I
So,
understand. Yes.
you know, you do
Yep.
not
Yep.
have to have the best cream cheese or the best butter or the,
No,
you can
it
shop.
tastes wonderful, and if you have a big family, like back in the day when I was feeding all those children, I had the big stores I would go to make sure I was buying in bulk, and that helped a lot too. So, there's
Oh,
lots
I
of
do. I still do that.
Oh, me too. Yeah, because they're still,
Yeah.
of course, they all still come home some, but I mean, still, I learned how
Right.
to break it, freeze some of it. Toilet paper, of course, lasts longer. It's cheaper to buy it in the big bulk, and so if
Exactly.
you and then you can just time it out so you're not buying it all at the same time. There are just ways of doing that. And with going back to school, like you said, it's time to be, get yourself organized. Those meal kits really help. I know that helped me back in the day when I was running kids all the time. It helps me now because I have to eat so strict. So I don't find myself super hungry. So I love just having that magic chicken put away because I can grab it and put it on anything from a salad
Anything,
and,
anything.
yeah,
Exactly.
anything else.
Exactly. And, the other thing is just, and when you're doing your prep is like having your vegetables prepped for the week. When you go to the store, take that extra hour, clean your veggies and get them in the fridge. That way, when you come home, you could grab something out of the refrigerator, do a quick
Yeah.
stir fry, and your vegetables are ready to go. And when you're
Yeah.
storing for things in the freezer, you place them in your Ziplocs or your storage containers flat so everything doesn't fall out of your refrigerator and freezer. So those are
Yeah.
just some things that Tastefully Simple helps us along with too.
It does.
When you're on my VIP page, a lot of times Tastefully Simple will have cooking classes out like twice a month with our culinary expert, Jane. She'll pick budget friendly meals, or she may pick a burger night. And so those are some things that help too, and just give you more ideas and ways to have meals.
Right. I'm glad you mentioned that, Sharon. Tell them where they can follow you on in your group on Facebook, because it is so much fun. You want to join her group. She's always got some great tips, and that's a great place to find great recipes. So tell me, how do they find you?
I'm Sharon Pyburn Independent Consultant Group, or it's facebook.com/ spyburnts. So I'm on there. You can find me in a group page individually. I'm also on the Tastefully Simple website. You can order straight off my website page on tastefullysimple.com. I often have a mystery host party open, and I draw for host credit. Many people, I am doing some tasting parties, but some people still aren't quite comfortable in doing that. So one of the benefits I give my customers is, if they need products and they place an order, they'll order under my mystery host party, and you never know, you could get a $50 to $60 shopping spree real easy just for placing an order.
Right. That's awesome. So what is that website again? Tastefully Simple.
It's tastefullysimple.com/web/spyburn.
Awesome. Awesome.
PYBURN.
And she's also in our KC Circle of Friends. So if you've not joined that, you definitely want to go to KC Circle of Friends. You will see her along with lots of other vendors who share about their products there. And that is it is more like a community that gets together. We have so much fun. We share recipes, we share back to school tips, we share all jokes of the day, inspirational quotes. It is a community of people that's got together, ladies that's got together, and just uplift, support one another. It started in 2020, but it has just went on from that. We've just built some friendships that's really great. And so within that, you get to also meet some of our great small businesses all around. And they talk about their stuff there as well. So you know who to shop with. So you're able to see that in there as well. We do have Sharon also showcased on our website at www.kceventsforme.com under the gift guide. So if you look under the gift guide, you're going to see lots of different businesses showcased there, and as well as seeing when our next upcoming event will be as well. So Sharon, are you
And that's so great.
Go ahead. What'd you say?
I'm sorry, you're kind of breaking in out on me, Kathy. I was gonna say, that's the great thing about Tastefully Simple too, is everybody eats, right?
Oh,
So
everybody.
our products make great gifts, whether it's a baby, whether it's recovering from a surgery, Christmas gifts, back to school. You drop ship through me, it goes straight to your family member across the country, and it is cheaper to ship through us than it is the post office. So
Yes,
that's kind of a
it
nice
is.
thing
I've
too.
ordered quite a bit, so I know it is much cheaper. It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so definitely reach out to her. Sharon, I know we've talked about you online. I know you also are in some events. Do you have any events coming up here soon that you'll be in, or not until the fall?
I'm really not till the fall. In October, I'm going to be busy with the John Knox Village, the Holy Spirit Catholic Church, the Lee Summit West Holiday Mart are some of
Okay.
the things coming up in October. But
Yeah,
I'm
so
always game to do something sooner if anybody needs me.
I know.
I'm
There you
also an
go.
inventory consultant. I'm an
Right.
inventory consultant, so I do have product in my home. I don't ship it from my home, but if somebody needs something pretty locally here in the Leaf Summit to Kansas City area, I'm glad to work with you.
Awesome. So see if you're in that Lee Summit area, make sure you reach out to her. It's easy to grab it, and that'll save you a little bit of money as well.
Yes, it will.
And of course, looking to some of our events, the fall is getting ready to come. So there will be some, neat vendor events coming up. And I support all vendor shows. It doesn't have to be a Kathy Coates event or a KC Women's event, spoil me silly. It doesn't have to be. I support and showcase all small businesses. We're in it together. We're stronger together. And, if you are a small business looking, join us. We have our knowledge networking events that we do as well, where we network our businesses together to help, brainstorm, collaborate, and just support each other. We just need that support right now. Having each other, knowing that you know other people that are going through what you're going through, and helping get your brand out and market for you. So definitely reach out to me if you're interested in that. If you're a coordinator, reach out to me. I have lots of vendors just like Sharon looking to be in other vendor events as well. We hope to see you guys in the or in the spring or the fall, whatever it's going to be. My goodness, but the fall. Well, it doesn't seem like it seems like we jump so fast.
I
Like,
know.
it's so hot and
I
it's so
know.
cold, and we don't have a spring or a fall much. So in the fall,
Right.
we're hoping to see you guys in person, but every Thursday night right here. You could look us up on YouTube, on Instagram, or on Facebook, and you will have our small businesses showcased every Thursday for our small business Thursday at 8. So that's 8 o'clock every Thursday. So we look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you so much, Sharon, for joining us tonight. And you
Thank
guys
you.
all have a great week and a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week.